Hello students. So we start the discussion of the third point of business of true physician. Now what is the third point? Let's see. The third point is judicious employment of artificial morbific agents, that is medicines, that have been proved on healthy individuals prior for ascertaining their pure action in order to effect the homeopathic cure of natural diseases. So now the aspect of applications of all the knowledge of physician to the actual treatment of the patient starts. So now case taking is over. We already have knowledge of instruments which is listed in the homeopathic materia medica. Instruments are they are nothing but medicines. So we are having now the case taking is done, that is the half task is over, and we also have in our hands the medicines. Now how to apply, actually which potency to be selected, what repetition to be done, all these things the physician should be well acquainted with. So we proceed further. Aphorism number 146 discusses the third point of business of true physician. So it is nothing but judicious employment of artificial morbific agents, that is medicines, that have been proved on healthy individuals to ascertain their pure action in order to effect the homeopathic cure of natural diseases. Thus, the dose, repetition, second prescription, follow-up criteria, remedy reactions, all these points which are very important needs to be thoroughly studied by physician. So let's see further. So aphorism number 147 describes homeopathic specific remedy. There are no specifics in homeopathy. And what is a homeopathic specific remedy? It is nothing but indicated remedy, which is called as similimum. So homeopathic specific remedy is selected from one amongst the many. So it is a similimum which is selected amongst the many similar remedies. This remedy has power to alter man's state of health. The symptoms are known in homeopathic materia medica. So the homeopathic materia medica is already built and the symptoms are recorded. The most certain remedy is nothing but the indicated remedy, the similimum, the most suitable remedy for that patient to match the symptoms having the greatest similarity with the symptoms of natural diseases. So the physician matches the symptoms of the patient with the symptoms of the remedy listed in the materia medica. This remedy called as homeopathic specific remedy, which is nothing but similimum. And as such, there are no rule of specific in homeopathy, as this remedy is indicated for fever, this remedy for coryza, this remedy for cough. Such things are not present in homeopathy because the foundation of homeopathy is based on individualization. Okay, so homeopathic specific remedy is the indicated remedy for that patient. So we go to the next. So aphorism number 148 is action of similimum. Natural disease is not a noxious material present in interior or exterior of man. So here in this aphorism, there is again a differentiation done from the point of approach of modern medicine and homeopathy. So for a modern medicine, the disease is nothing but presence of noxious material substance in the patient, such as for them the disease is ascitic fluid, the disease is pleural effusion fluid, the disease is nothing but the corns or warts present on the skin or eczema on the skin. So for such conditions they give local applications. And for a homeopath, what is a disease? It is the disturbance of the vital energy. So this disturbance produces certain symptoms. They are of natural disease. And then we construct totality of symptoms. So the first important difference in homeopathy and modern medicine is that homeopathy considers disease is disturbance of vital energy expressed in the form of symptoms. Modern medicine considers the disease as faulty noxious material present in various organs or the present on the skin in the form of warts, corns, eczema, which are treated by local applications. And noxious materials such as ascitic fluid effusion is treated by removing this fluid. So for modern medicine, the disease is nothing but present in the organs or on the surface of the skin. For a homeopath, disease is disturbance of vital energy. It produces certain symptoms called as natural disease. Now, what is a remedy? Remedy is with its power, that is potency, administered alters this vital energy in similar way. Similar way means how the vital energy is affected by the noxious stimuli. Similar way, the remedy affects the vital energy. The remedy with its power exceeds the natural disease and controls it. It occupies the same parts which the natural disease has occupied. Then the influence of natural disease on the vital energy is lost during the action of the remedy. The evil means the feeling or the disagreeable sensations of the disease now no longer exist. All of you are aware that acute disease had short duration. It disappears readily, whereas chronic disease requires few more doses of potentized remedy. Thus, in aphorism 148, he is describing the action of similimum. So it is producing the same symptoms that of the natural disease. Thus it occupies the same parts and the patient no longer feels the sensations of the natural disease. The patient is under the control of the medicines, and as the action of the medicine is limited, soon the action is over and it takes away along with it the patient's symptoms with which he is suffering. Thus the evil no longer exists. with the action of similimum. So I hope you have understood this. The approach of the modern medicine to treat disease and approach of homeopath to treat the disease, which is the science is called as homeopathy, and based on the strong foundation of law of similars. The modern medicine is not based on any foundation of law or principles. So there is a difference between the approach of the homeopathic way and the modern medicine. The modern medicine, which is administering the medicines, are of the antipathy type and it never cures. So we go to the next. The footnote in aphorism number 148 is called as the mongrel sects. Who are mongrel sects? Sects means the group. Mongrel sects mean the crossbreed dog. So the homeopaths who have to search the most suitable remedy is a laborious task. It is a laborious. It requires lot of time and energy and it involves lot of work. If physician doesn't study the books on homeopathic materia medica and the original source books, then he is not able to search the similimum. So inappropriate remedy is chosen and it is due to the fault of physician. The other faults include ignorance, laziness, imperfection. They may want easy search of medicines and fly to patients like roasted pigeon. That is a phrase used in the book. So easy search, that is the habit of such physicians out of ignorance, laziness and imperfection in the work. They want ready-made solution but they can't find a remedy and blame homeopathy when the cure is not achieved. They justify the uses of leeches, venesection and other antipathic method as necessary for patient, which is a pernicious way of old school. Pernicious means very harmful way of old school. This tribe of homeopaths, this tribe means this group of homeopaths who are far away from physicians who do laborious work. So these physicians do the hard work of searching the remedy by thorough study of homeopathic materia medica. Such physicians, when they are ill, may get some pernicious treatment. Means those physicians who are not studying and by chance they are, when they are ill, they are treated by same type of physicians who are having same set of mind, who are not studying homeopathy, who are ignorant, who are lazy, who are imperfect in their work, and they may also give pernicious treatment to such physicians. So that may be tit for tat for those lazy physicians and who blame homeopathy when they can't find a remedy and cure is not achieved. So we go to the next aphorism, that is aphorism number 149. It says that homeopathy alone cures and antipathy never cures. Treatment of chronic diseases takes long time to complete the cure. Allopathic treatment causes artificial chronic diseases. So allopathic treatment causes artificial chronic diseases It has large side effects. The doses are violent and there are mixtures. They are having unknown actions. So large doses of allopathic treatment is given. They act violently and not based on any particular law or principle but based on theories. These people, they drain the patient's fluids considering the diseases in these faulty secretions of patient. They deny the existence of vital energy and they use large doses of medicines in the harmful way. So this type of treatment is based on theory and speculation and never on the principle or any law. In this type, the unsuitable treatments like mineral bath, etc. is given and they claim that they cure, but it is not the case. So Dr. Hahnemann confirms that homeopathy alone cures. And how does it cure? That we already have studied the secondary curative action of the homeopathic remedies. Antipathy never cures. So antipathy never cures. It is not based on any law. Large doses are given. Mixtures are given. It causes side effects. It produces artificial chronic diseases. So Hahnemann tells us with the confidence, with the evidence that homeopathy alone cures and antipathy never cures. So we end today's discussion of these four aphorisms.